House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength.
Rhaenyra, you know I don't like you to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition.
Sassy.
Does my father know he's hit?
No.
Good.
Who's this?
Whatever it is, it needs to be kept quiet.
Tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the colour gold.
She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough.
Oh my gosh.
Dracarys!
I don't know what you mean.
You will address me as your grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue. There's something else that I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand.
Welcome, people thems. So this is going to be my first episode of House of the Dragon. I'm very excited about it. I've changed the angle a little bit because for reasons I won't disclose, I'm going to have to revert to using my old headphones. Anyway, you don't need to worry about the setup, but just need to understand that I need to move, so that's it. I don't know anything about this, to be honest. I haven't really watched much in terms of trailers for it or anything, so I don't know exactly when it's set. All I know is I think it's about the Targaryen family, I think. And it's from the people who made Game of Thrones, so the fact that I've waited this long, I don't know how I've done that. Yeah, let's get into it, episode 1. And then I'm just going to just try and watch an episode each week. Yeah, let's see what the hype is saying. I'm hoping it's good. Because I know that Rings of Power, I mean, I haven't watched that, but I've heard on the grapevine that isn't, well, at least it wasn't great from the beginning. Hopefully that's gotten better, but yeah. Let's see what it's saying.
In those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under its yoke. King Heirs reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. But tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. The old king called a great council to choose an heir, but only 2 were truly considered. Princess Rhaenys Targaryen was Viserys Targaryen, the king's eldest male descendant.
The Prince Viserys Targaryen remain Prince of Dragonstone.
Lords instead chose Viserys, my father. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
I'm already bought into this. I'm already bought into this. Yes. I'm so glad they just highlighted that just so I could be like, right, just how long before Daenerys though? 172 years, okay. Oh my gosh, I've missed this so much. Oh my days. Look at that, man. Just BAU, just a dragon flying above my head.
Welcome back, Princess. Trust your ride was pleasant.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved.
I believe I'm quite content as a spectator. Thank you.
You would be, wouldn't you? I'm good. I guess you couldn't have the House of the Dragon start without some dragons in it, could you? Let's be real. Oh, it's everything about this world, man.
Rhaenyra, you know I don't like you to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition.
Sassy.
I slept. How long? I don't need mothering, Rhaenyra.
Well, here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe.
This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle in glory.
The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip. Now take a bath. You stink of dragon.
My lords, the growing alliance among the free cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy. A man called Kragas Drehar has styled himself the Prince Admiral of this Triarchy. They call him the Crab Feeder.
Rhaenyra, you're late. King's cupbearer must not be late. Leaves people wanting to come.
I was visiting mother.
On Dragonback?
Watch. I thought you might urge your brother to fill his seat on the council and provide an assessment of his progress.
I would urge that you not allow this Triarchy much latitude in the stepstones, your grace. If those shipping lanes should fall, it will beggar our ports.
The Crown has heard your report, Lord Corlys, and takes it under advisement.
Basically, shut up. Scene. Okay.
Before the games are over, my son will be born. The whole realm will celebrate.
We have no way of predicting the sex of the child.
There's a boy in the Queen's belly. I know it. And my heir will soon put all of this damnable hand-wringing to rest himself.
He passed through the Red Keep's gates at Frost Light.
Does my father know his head?
No.
Good.
Who's this?
Gods be good.
It's all right, sir.
Sparo drivo se gauma kepus.
Nuos odimer. Kes nuos demivos magularios. Carjabagieri ti decois.
That is such a sick throne, man. Wow.
Uno sud cotion pradela.
Didn't know he was in this.
It's Valyrian steel. My dark sister.
Turn around.
Oh, it's quite cool that she's so close to her uncle.
You're worried your father is about to overshadow you with a son.
I only worry for my mother. To fly with you on Dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea and eat only cake.
I'm being serious.
That's my kind of girl.
Princess Nymeria led her Rhoynar across the narrow sea on 10,000 ships to flee their Valyrian pursuers.
What are you doing?
So you remember?
If the scepter sees this book,
Then the scepter.
Rhaenyra!
I kind of like her already.
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Can you say yet what it is?
We've sent in quite a small cut from sitting the throne. It's nothing.
Whatever it is, it needs to be kept quiet.
Wonder what it is?
You spend more time in that bath than I do on the throne.
This is the only place I can find comfort these days.
Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if I hatched an actual dragon.
And he will be loved and cherished.
Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch. I'm sure he will re-emerge for the tourney.
Truly. To celebrate the firstborn son that we presently do not have.
They're not resting on this kid being a boy, man.
It was clearer than a memory. Our son was born wearing Aegon's iron crown.
Good dream.
Born wearing a crown. God spare me. Birth is unpleasant enough as it is.
She seems really sad.
This is the last time. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their term. But I've mourned all the dead children I can.
That's so sad. That's so sad. I've mourned all the dead children I can.
When I took command of the watch, you were stray mongrels. Starving and undisciplined.
Nice start to a speech.
You're a pack of hounds, sated and honed for the hunt. Brother city has fallen into squalor. Crime of every breed has been allowed to thrive. Tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Wow. They're going to King's Landing. Oh, they're in King's Landing. I think of the Lannisters when I think of King's Landing. Oh, oh. It's a little bit indiscriminate, man. I don't even know what that was. What was that? That wasn't his tings, was it?
It was an unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk. Your brother made a public show.
God be good.
The prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
Carry on. You were saying something about my impunity. The Watch was enforcing the Crown's laws. Wouldn't you agree, Lord Strong?
The public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
You mightn't know this unless you left the safety of the Red Keep, but much of King's Landing is seen by the small folk as lawless.
We installed Prince Aemon as commander to promote law and order. The criminal element should fear the City Watch.
If only the prince would show the same devotion to his lady wife as he does his work, your grace. You've not been seen in the Vale or at Runestone for quite some time.
Men are said to sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Wife in marriage.
I'd gladly give Lady Rare to you, Lord Hightower, if you're in want of a woman to warm your bed. Your own lady wife passed recently.
Oh.
Otto.
Perhaps you aren't ready to move on just yet.
That is below the belt, though.
Enforce my laws, but understand, any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood, Your Grace.
He's going to be trouble. He is going to be trouble. It is one way to get things done. People have ruled with fear for a long time. I forgot about all the nakedness. Is that the wife who's talking about? But she looks gorgeous.
I know many of you have travelled long leagues to be at these games. By the news that I am happy to share. Queen Emma has begun her labours.
Baby soon be born.
May the luck of the Seven shine upon all combatants.
He seems like a good king, though. He seems like he's got like a good aura and stuff. To think this was like entertainment. Angles. They look so brutal, man.
What do you know about the Sacristan Code?
That he's just unhorsed both of the Baratheon lights. I really couldn't say.
The Baratheons. Robert Baratheon. His line. This is his brother. He looks so sick. He's looking straight out of Soul Calibur, man.
Daemon Targaryen chooses Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the Hand of the King.
He knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Oh, he hit him. Ooh. That looks bad, man. And looked like it was dirty as well.
What's happening?
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed. Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough.
Gosh. Oh. Is that how it goes? Oh.
I wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king.
These nights are as green as summer grass. None have known real war. It's a marvel that war didn't break out at first blood.
I didn't know that, like, died in... Oh. Oh. I feel like she's not gonna make it.
Your Grace. During a difficult birth, it sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice.
Well, speak it.
To sacrifice one or to lose them both.
That's cesareans before cesareans, right?
You can save the child.
We must either act now or leave it with the gods.
I mean, I get he needs an heir, but that's your baby. I'm getting a bit of a weird vibe though between her and her uncle. Obviously, we know about like Cersei and Jaime, so I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
They're going to bring the babe out now.
Oh my gosh, dude. Gosh. Quite the view.
I love you. No, it's all right.
What is happening? I'm serious. What? How will they be?
It's all right.
Serious, please. No, I'm scared. I'm not.
Don't be scared.
What's happening?
Don't be scared.
Oh, no.
I'm making the first incision.
Oh my gosh. How can he sit there? Like... Oh my gosh. Oh man. They literally just ripped her open. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Is it even a boy? He's gonna stab you. He's gonna stab you. He's gonna stab you. Oh my gosh.
Gods, he's Dornish.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favour.
Oh, she lot, Sir Kristen.
Princess?
Oh my gosh.
Son.
So it is a boy.
It's a boy. A new heir, Your Grace.
She must be able to feel something's up. He sacrificed his wife, man. Just that says you're a good king. Like, I know it's your baby. I ain't got no kids, so... But...
They're waiting for you.
Overon coro paquero que duna. No te líe que penoja que viventos pentas.
Que puedo avisar.
Trecares!
Life is so hard, man. Ugh.
It's important the succession be firmly in place for the stability of the realm.
The succession is already set.
Daemon Targaryen.
It could destabilize the realm.
The realm, or this council?
The City Watch is fiercely loyal to him, an army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otto. I named Daemon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant.
Truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon is my brother.
The gods should visit some further tragedy on you, either by design or accident.
What are you saying? Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
King to name a successor.
Well, who else would have a claim?
Isn't it his son that he just had?
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne. Perhaps we shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl heir.
Oh, did the
Daemon
baby
would be a
die?
second Maegor, or worse. He is impulsive and violent. It is the duty of this council to protect the king and the realm from him. I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that is the truth as I see it, and I know that others here agree.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys, but the queen who never was.
Rhaenys was the only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son. She had a strong claim.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect a
wife
realm?
and son are dead! I'll sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
That's a very good point. See why you wouldn't want that Daemon guy, though.
Straight away.
Oh, that is his daughter.
My darling.
It is.
The Queen was well loved by all. I found myself thinking of your own mother today. I thought you might go to him, offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
He'll be glad of a visitor.
What kind of visit? So,
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
oh my gosh, his wife has just died. And that's your daughter. To go and put on her mum's frock. So he sacrificed his wife, and neither one of them made it.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
Let the orgies rain.
The king's sole heir once again.
Will speak!
I mean, they're all having a great time, to be fair.
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share.
King and Council have long rued my position as next in line for the throne.
But, dream and pray as they all might, it seems I'm not so easily replaced.
Toasted Prince Balon,
To the king's son.
styling him the heir for a day.
Wow.
3 separate witnesses. The evening was, by all accounts, a celebration.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you mean.
You will address me as your grace, or I will have my king's guard cut out your tongue. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
My family has just been destroyed.
You have no allies at court but me. I have only ever defended you.
Died. 10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm your brother. And the truth, I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal hand. Otto Hightower is a more honorable man than you could ever be.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself. You're weak, Viserys.
Oh, wow.
Till of leeches knows it. They all prey on you for their own ends.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
You shouldn't have been talking shit. You shouldn't have been talking shit. Why is that significant? He's put himself on the throne. Is that because he is weak?
Father.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
What? You haven't spoken a word to me since Mother's funeral. God, Dad.
Answer me. It's important. What do you see?
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. But they say that because of our dragons. Without them, we're just like everyone else.
The idea that we control the dragons is an illusion. Targaryen must understand this to be king. Or queen. I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son. You are the very best of your mother. And I believe, as I know she did, that you could be a great ruling queen.
Daemon is your heir.
Daemon was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you were.
Corlys of House Velaryon. Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. I pledge fealty to them and shall defend them against all enemies. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Dragon's saddle is one thing, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
Voice of Old Town. Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. And without deceit. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Give me your hand.
She looks good as Princess Queen.
There's something else that I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand, but you must hear it. It was a dream. And just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. It is to begin with a terrible winter, gusting out of the distant north. And whatever dwells within will destroy the world of the living. When this great winter comes, Rhaenyra, all of Westeros must stand against it. If the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. A king or queen, strong enough to unite the realm against the cold. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Promise me this, Rhaenyra. Promise me.
I, Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, do hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
Wow, it's an epic looking scene, man. Kind of feel like the friend's a bit jealous. Dunno. Wow. Do 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 do. Hey. Yeah, best pause this before you get stopped for copyright. I mean, that was a bit good, wasn't it? Let's be real. I can actually turn around to you now. I don't know what I was expecting. Well, I was expecting it to be good, to be honest. Like, there's a certain caliber that Game of Thrones, I mean, we don't talk about the last season, but there's a certain caliber that Game of Thrones just had. I mean, from the first episode, and there was a lot of things in that first episode where you're like, wow, okay. I mean, there's a lot of names. Sorry, I got something in my eye. There's a lot of names that are being thrown about. I'm just trying to catch up with the names. I'm like, okay, so who's son of who? And I'm hearing certain names, and I'm trying to piece that together with who I know. Sorry. Yeah, so knowing that he sacrificed his wife, and you're like, well, he did all that for nothing. She bled out for nothing, and they didn't shy away from showing all of that. I forgot about all the orgies and the whole naked and the rompy pom pom. That geezer that's playing Daemon, he plays bad guys really well. He's got this really sinister face because he plays Philip in The Crown as well. Not saying that Philip was evil, but you know, like he's got this sinisterness about him, and in a way, I can kind of feel why he feels a bit resentful that he's been sent away. But at the same time, like, there's a reason that he's probably kept him away from certain positions and stuff. I did think there was something going on between him and the niece, but I think this is what happens. This is what Game of Thrones has done. Do you know what I mean? The whole Jaime and Cersei thing, like, so gross. And they just seemed to be a little bit too tactile, a little bit too familiar. So I was like, but then she was interested in the guy that beat him, so I was like, okay, maybe not him. The friend, like, that was a little bit, I mean, maybe again I misread what the father was sending her in there for, but it did seem a little bit like, you know, you should go to his chambers, put on your mummy frack, put it on. It just seemed a little bit untoward, but it looked like she was just giving him some support, which is actually quite nice. Actually, in the end, he's like, he really appreciated it. I don't remember the guy that was the swordsman, the one that trained Arya, like, he wasn't black, was he? I'm trying to think of who was black in Game of Thrones. Oh no, you had Mima, Grey Worm, Rella Ritchie, and obviously Mithandri. But I don't remember seeing any dark-skinned black people in there. I don't remember seeing, so for me anyway, I mean, seeing that black dude with the white locks, loved that. And the little mixed-race babies, and I'm like, wicked, okay, cool. And I thought it was quite cool as well that, like, the woman that was due to be queen but then wasn't, I don't know how she's taken the news that Rhaenyra is going to be the heir. It seems to me there's a lot of people potentially that are not happy with this decision, and I'm kind of feeling like she's gonna have to really protect her neck out there. The dragons were looking a little bit CGI, like quite CGI-y, which I know they are CGI, but I don't remember them looking quite so CGI-y before. But I don't know whether that's just because the first episode or whatever. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, or I'm just being particularly picky. But the dragons do look cool. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but my video keeps stopping. Anyway, all I wanted to say was I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really good. I'm already bought in. I'm pretty much like sold on this show already. I think that was a really good opening episode. It had drama. It had some wow moments. I care about the characters already. Some real emotional moments. Some tragic stuff already. You're already starting to see like some kind of chess pieces being moved around, which is what Game of Thrones is just so well known for. You know, they had some big boots to fill, particularly because so many people were so disappointed with how the last season ended. But as a staunch fan, I will say that I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing there. That was a good opening episode, so let's see what happens from here. Very, very, very excited. Keen to see what people thought when they first watched this as well. Obviously no spoilers, please. I will find you. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I look forward to watching the next episode with you next week.